Welcome to Squatch-D TV, where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Kulls, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D TV. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
And
it worked.
Hey, Hill, Wisconsin, how many F-bombs to start the show tonight?
Oh.
None. There's plenty of bombs dropping around the world. We don't need any more bombs. At least not here on Squatch-D TV. Welcome. Tonight, how's my level? Is it okay?
It sounds good to me, Steve.
Okay,
but,
I'm just double checking. Yeah, I did not make myself into a Funko Pop. Actually, the Funko Pop was made by our good friend Kaiju Ninja, and I just used AI to kind of move him around a little bit too.
Yeah.
So, fun little thing I did. But welcome, and we're Squatch TV for March 4th, 2026. Of course, I'm your host, your guide, the Squatch Detective Steve goes along with right down there, the co-host with the most, Mr. Chris Bennett.
Steve,
what
man,
up?
it's good to see you. Hope things are going well for you. I would like to announce that Friday is the 6th of March, which that's the yearly anniversary of when I go back to the sighting area. So I'm not certain whether I will be here Friday night or not. It depends on that's about a 7-mile round trip. So walking. So I'm not really certain about how I'm going to be feeling that.
Chris will be in the chair like Stephen Hawking.
Other than that, though, things have been going nice. It's been kind of rainy and overcast a little bit. I can't wait for spring to get here, but I think it's coming.
Well, you know what? We got up to 49 degrees today.
Oh, summertime is here, man.
And boy, did that snow level drop like a banshee tomorrow, and it's supposed to be in the 40s tomorrow. It's not supposed to get below freezing. It's going to be a low of 34. So that means the snow will be melting 24 hours in a row.
You guys have still got snow on the ground? Wow.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't
Must
forget.
be like Maine. Yeah. Like Maine, I saw that 6-foot drift, and that guy said, we didn't get that at one time. That's just buildup.
Well, we had Snowmageddon, which dropped 14, and then we had, a couple inches here, a couple inches there, a couple inches there, and it stayed, around the 5 to 6 inch level on the ground. Yeah. And today the porch just dried right out, which is nice. It's like, good. Nothing on the porch. Yep. And that is a heat wave. Yeah. I'm going to open the pool soon, too, Bat Mom. And by the way, Bat Mom said, thank you for reminding her March 6th is her mom's birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Mom. Yeah.
So, you might want to check out the events page over at Squatchdetective.com. I just put up a couple of new events that I'll be speaking at, and you're going to be surprised where I'm going.
Shocking.
It's just Tessa said she'll send me floaties. After about 8 mimosas, I'm gonna need a floaty. Otherwise, I'll be a drownie. Anyway.
Those things are so good. Yes. Luckily, since I'm so fat, I tend to float anyway. So no big deal. Don't need them.
Well, anyway, we got one hell of a show for you tonight. We're not going to do the regular roll call because we only have an hour, and we got a lot of material to get through tonight. Yeah. We do have a lot of material to get through tonight. Of course, the mailbag is always a fun thing. Yeah. And so tonight on the mailbag, we're going to have some positive stuff. We're going to have some kooky stuff, and we're going to have a really good conversation with somebody, which I always appreciate.
Oh, yeah.
And Now, I got to say, we're going to start off, I think, with the Cucamonga. Because I'm waiting for his next response, which is not going to be too happy. And I actually think that we may know who this is because I look at the name and like, could be a real name. But how does a channel with no videos have 4 subscribers? I just want to know that. Like, why would anybody go to his channel in the first place if he's not posting videos? How would they know to subscribe?
Well,
unless it's a sock puppet.
Could be. Yeah.
Because you interact on YouTube like you do.
Right.
Like number one, you don't have a video. There's no way to communicate. There's no comment section. You don't have enough viewers to have a community section.
Right.
So why are people following a channel with no videos? Right. I'll tell you why.
Well, I will say.
Likely a sock account.
But, when I first started the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, I had like 1 or 2 subscribers, and that was one of them was my wife. When we first started out,
Hey, Bill, I just want to say I'm sorry I got your message late. If you want to give me a call at the end of the show tonight, please do. It's a front like massage parlors. That happens here too in the Capital District every once in a while in places you would not expect. Like a place called Burnt Hills, New York, which is like this little suburban community that had a massage parlor that was a front for.
Oh.
Yep, they all got caught offering some services to some undercover deputies that are prohibited by law.
Well, yeah. I think that sort of thing is still legal though out in like Las Vegas or Las Vegas County or in Nevada.
Yeah, well, we're a far way from Las Vegas. Even farther away than Kentucky.
Well, it's supposed to be the oldest profession?
It's the second oldest profession. You know what the first oldest profession is?
Tell me.
Being a pimp.
Probably, yeah. Those things usually go hand in hand, yeah.
So anywho, so tonight, we do this every once in a while. It's time for the mailbag. And we're going to look at some comments that, I don't really engage too much on Facebook anymore. It's few and far between. I stick to the social networks. I know where I'm safe and people are not going to be stupid about things.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I hardly ever sign into Facebook other than if I'm looking at Marketplace. I do that. I look for tractors and stuff.
But so this conversation's been going on for a little bit with this guy over on the channel. And I of course, all the bad ones I will take their names out because we don't want to attack them. But a week ago, this gentleman had written, Bigfoot should be left alone. Also, Bigfooters, let's organize search parties to look for Bigfoot. Whatever the hell that means. Right? He's trying to say we say that they should be left alone, but on the other hand, this guy is so discombobulated. And I turn around, I do not hold these conflicting views. I think discovery would assist in enabling laws to protect their environments.
I agree with that.
Does anybody disagree with that? That if they're a discovered species, that we can enact laws to protect some of their territories and domains, right? Yeah. And then he writes back, I already have those laws. So again, why are you hunting Bigfoot if your goal is to help them? Like
hunting Bigfoot.
Yeah. I've already have laws protecting the environment. Like, what? Is this guy like?
Maybe Washington State. Maybe that. I think they've got some laws on the books about Bigfoot. I think.
Yeah, but I have. So I go, who's hunting them? And then definition of hunting And this comes from Merriam-Webster, the activity of hunting wild animals or game, especially for food or sport.
Yeah.
It's called the research. Laws protecting the environment are not the same protecting species.
All right.
I said to protect. They can enact laws to protect their environments.
Right.
Them. Right. So now we get this.
Oh, wow.
So what he writes back.
Oh.
Skillful tracking and acquisition of an elusive target has caused the word hunt to be used in the vernacular as a metaphor for searching and obtaining something, as in treasure hunting and bargain hunting for votes, and even hunting down corruption and waste.
Okay.
All right. Okay. We'll put all this aside. You question a colloquialism, but not in the contextual point.
Okay. Oh, now I can see where this is going.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, let's clear it up for you. Why are you searching for Bigfoot? Literally, no one else is looking for it except you Bigfooters. What? Whoa! Who simultaneously claim Bigfoot should be left alone. Hold on. Do we all speak in one voice?
I don't know.
I mean, this guy is like completely off the rails and ignorant. Secondly, people in the Bigfoot comment sections are claiming to have shot one. Well, not in our comment sections.
No.
Is that searching or would that be hunting? Let's have you confirm which terms you want to use in these cases. Also, can you tell us if scientists exterminate animals for research?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they do.
But what they don't do is, well, here's a bald eagle. Let's kill it and research it.
Right. No.
Right. Something rare and extreme. No, they do not do that.
Right.
In fact, many research labs now in the United States, they do not do it with primates any longer.
Mm-hmm.
They have stopped killing primates.
Yes.
Now it's mainly mice and rats.
Well, I think too, what he's maybe thinking about there, and what scientists do is called the first thing of a species. The first one, they usually have a type specimen. Now, with the increase in DNA and all this other stuff, that they can get DNA without physically ending the new subject now.
So he's right, and this is where it really goes off the rail. Lastly, read your final comment. You made the statement that you wanted to protect their environments. I didn't quite say that. Right?
Right.
It's not what I said. We literally are. Oh, really? You Bigfooters are the only ones going to their environment and damaging trees by knocking on them.
Really?
We're the only ones that disrupting their habitat with your whooping calls at 3 a.m., causing God knows how many deer and other wildlife to bolt away into the thicket at 2 a.m. Oh, I thought we were doing it at 3 a.m., but okay. I'm just trying to see where this guy's mental note is for no reason.
Frightening deer.
Yeah. Did you ever think that you might be scaring off Bigfoot's food source that way? Really? Obviously not. Come to think of it, I may make a petition to stop you Bigfooters from damaging our protected environments. We can get fish and wildlife to hand you tickets if you are caught whooping or knocking on trees. Also, she would make you pay a license fee to look for Bigfoot and then use that revenue to protect its habitat from you. Ironic, huh?
Well, ironic, eh? Obviously we have a soapbox person here. They brought their own soapbox with them, and they've created. Well, first of all, they set this up for their soapbox. Okay, they set this up by using a term which is easily could be referred to killing the creature, or could be used for searching for the creature, but they use the term hunting specifically, and that could go either way without specifying what use they're using there.
Oh, I specify it in my reply. When
Yeah.
See it. But, you know.
I told you, you should have hired the monkey.
Anyway,
But they were just setting it up so they can bring out their soapbox and stand on it and give this nice little presentation. It's pretty good.
This guy is off the rails. So finally my reply, and I'm waiting a response, but I think the next response, he probably will end up getting blocked because of his lunacy.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Well, he's being lunatic. He's gonna get nasty. He's starting, as we're having this conversation, he has this nasty temperament. He's misquoting me. He's making stuff up that's not real.
Yeah. Right.
You know, so this is my response. First, number one, look up the definition of hunting. It will be the same one I gave you. That's not a colloquialism. Colloquialism is treasure hunting, ghost hunting, etc. But not when you refer to a species on the planet that generally implies the word's definition.
Yeah.
Right? Ghost hunting is a colloquialism. You're not really hunting a ghost. Treasure hunting, you're not really hunting a treasure. Yeah. That's the colloquialism. When you say you're Bigfoot hunting, that allegedly is a real species.
Yep.
So that playful little word you think means just tracking, it means hunting, means you're going to kill it for game or for food. Right?
Yeah, that's why the way it was used is kind of tricky, kind of like a little foreshadowing there. They know they're using it either way.
My second point was, have I ever said I shot one? So what other people claim in someone else's Bigfoot channel's comments are, well, irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant. 3, the species is not recognized by the government. Right. So the protections you are claiming you can only get you can get not only are unrealistic, but makes me kind of laugh if you actually present these ideas. And you misquoted me. What I said was discovery would help their environment, not I want to protect their environment. How the hell could I do that? Protection comes with recognition by government entities.
Yeah.
End of story there. 4, scaring off their food, but only Bigfoot's food, not bears, not coyotes, wolves, or catamounts? Only Bigfoot? What do animals do if their food moves? They move.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if the 7-Eleven closes in your neighborhood, you'd starve. But not a Bigfoot or a bear or any other animal of the forest.
Yep.
Never heard of I never say, it's like, first, we don't have a body, number one. Hang on. Never mind. First, we don't have a body, number one.
Yep.
Number 2, we've never found a starving Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Because there's too many. They just move. If you're bothering too much, they move. Idiot.
Yep.
Guy knows zip. The same thing. I mean, let's think about it. We had people looking for gorillas and looking for chimpanzees and looking for, scaring their food off. What if it turns out that Bigfoot's an herbivore?
Right.
Right? Are we going to scare off the trees?
Yeah. Well, don't forget, you're damaging the trees when you knock on them, too.
Good God. And I don't even knock on trees anymore, for God's sakes. I have a call blasting thing that does it for me. Right? Wow. So, and then I go, Bigfooters disrupting your environment? Because he makes that comment, too. Yeah. So I guess deer hunters are in your environment as well. Killing the Bigfoot's food as well. How about the hikers and campers and all the noise they make, right? Unless you have proof of deeds to all the environments in North America, It belongs to everyone. Campers, hikers, recreational, RVers.
Sure.
And yes, Bigfooters.
Yep.
So if you hate Bigfooters so much, why are you here with the little troll emoji? Right? So I don't know.
Oh, man.
What do you think, Chris?
Well, I think, again, I think this is a person who wanted to bring their own soapbox so they could give a speech, and they set it up so they could use that soapbox later. But I think there's a lot of misunderstanding here, I think. We don't go hunting Bigfoot to kill one. No.
Well, I explained that to him. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Well, as far as that goes, usually it ends up with a brisk hike several miles in the backwoods, and you end up either seeing some small evidence or you have a sighting, but likely, or more than likely, 99% of the time, you're not going to see anything other than just nature from a nice brisk walk in the woods.
The office, just to let you know, Chris, the office assistant right now is up to something.
Uh-oh.
I'm not quite sure. He's
giving you the side eye.
He's not sitting in his chair. He's sitting just in front of his chair. And he was doing something. And now he's turning around and he's got this smile on his face like...
Probably waiting for a bacon bit or something.
No, he knows. He knows. And the more I talk about it, the bigger the smile gets. You're crazy. Anyway, yeah, so... I don't know. Did I handle that right or didn't I?
I think so. I think you spent a lot more time on it than you should have.
Oh, no. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed conversation.
I understand that. Yeah, you like to converse with people back and forth, and you're not one to run away from someone else's opinion, and that's fine. That's what the nice thing about us. We can have a discussion.
Right. And that's the thing. If you're not name calling and you're not being what I like to call a twat waffle.
Yeah.
There's no reason to ban you. Well, I'll have that conversation.
Yeah.
But if you go off the rails or you start to change it into something personal,
right,
you're done.
And
you're done. And you have to be seriously personal. I mean, I've taken a few shots over the bow. I mean, if it's left as one comment, and we'll show you that in a little bit, because I end up having a really good conversation with the gentleman. And I think he may even turn out to, be a viewer of this channel. Right. I've certainly invited him.
Well, that would be good, yeah.
But this guy here, there's, to invite him into this community would be disruptful.
Yeah. And, don't forget, there are no protections for these creatures because they've not been determined to exist. There's no type specimen on file. And
that is correct. And there are some local ordinances.
Yes, right.
But can anybody document if any of those ordinances have ever resulted in a fine or a ticket?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, they are there. They are there for...
It's kind of like,
posterity.
Right. We're going to protect Bigfoot, wink, wink. Okay. Since our community relies on tourism and we've got a Bigfoot museum, we're going to put a law on the books to protect our local Bigfoot creatures, wink, wink. And that's basically what those are. Oh, yes.
Otherwise, he'll get this.
Enjoy the band.
Oh, goodness.
I love that guy.
Me too.
But
we don't condone hunting Bigfoot to collect a specimen. No, we do not condone that. Now, when I go into the woods, I am armed, and that's not really to protect myself from Bigfoot, but it's to protect myself from all the other little creatures that are out there.
That want to kill you and not smart enough to realize.
Right. Some of us see us as a food source.
Especially those snakes, right, Chris?
You don't want to be on the menu. Well, no, I don't think they see us as a food source. They're just more or less a nuisance. Yeah, I'm going to bite you. I'm going to wait till you get 4 miles back in the woods, and then I'm going to bite you and inject your leg with venom, and then you have to walk back. By the time you get back, your leg's going to rot off. If you don't pass out from, being bitten.
So I think I've hit, I can't wait to see this response coming up, but he's probably watching this right now, probably going,
oh, I'll check that out. Look up the ordinances. Okay, well.
Yeah, but again,
I can do that online.
They're on record, but are they ever enforced? No, I doubt that.
Well, I'm going to type it in. Well, my keyboard is very loud. I need to get one of those soft touch keyboards.
Kind of like the one I have.
Yeah. Whitehall, New York is a self-proclaimed Bigfoot sanctuary that has enacted symbolic protection legislation prohibiting the hunting or killing of a Sasquatch. Recognized as the Bigfoot capital of the East Coast? Oh, I didn't know that. The town honors this local lore, which dates back to the 1800s, with an annual festival and calling contest. That's great.
Excuse me, you with the tree knocker, put it down.
You're disturbing the wildlife.
Yes, that's right. You're scaring all of Bigfoot's food away.
Yes. And, that's the funny thing is we don't really even know for certain what these creatures eat. We have theories. We think, we can talk about what we think they might eat, but we don't really know.
I had to be funny there with the one comment I made was maybe if the 7-Eleven closes in your neighborhood,
that was terrible. Yeah, you went a little bit much there.
But it was such a stupid point to say, well, you're scaring Bigfoot's food away. Oh, my God.
Well, yes. You're damaging it, too, when you hit those trees. I mean, if they eat tree bark, you're damaging it.
Finding a track where it says Bigfoot eats poultry and garbage.
Oh, man.
Sums that up.
Oh, boy.
All right. Let's get on to the next comment. Oop, and that's the wrong button.
Well, that would be a good discussion to have, if we want to go off to a sidetrack here. Some of the reported animals that Bigfoot has been seen carrying or making away with.
I'm sorry, we don't allow any carry-on.
We can do that later.
We can do it another time. Anyway, a big thank you to Margene Rowland, who made a very nice comment just a couple of days ago. Said, Steve, I just love how you call out BS. Absolutely love this channel. Well, thank you.
Right.
And that's why we do what we do. So anyway, I get this thing on the Steve Isdall episode we had done quite a while ago, actually.
Yeah, that's
and it says, Steve seems more genuine than most. Okay, granted. The fact that he has many more subscribers must hurt.
Oh, yes. Below the belt there, yeah.
That's fighting below the belt, but I have the answer. So I was like, no, actually it doesn't. It just shows how many people want detailed research versus just drive-by stories, which is fine too.
Sure.
I have nothing against Steve, really. I just don't agree with him on certain things, Bigfoot. And if he's giving money to charity, good on him. That's a beautiful thing.
Right.
And of course, one other thing.
Uh-oh.
And this actually gives us a segue to a little bit of a great conversation, I think. And I said, somehow people think subscribers equals everything. But I could easily say it must really hurt that I get more speaking engagements. Must really hurt that I get more TV gigs. It must hurt that I've written more books. Now, do I say this as trying to defend myself against criticism? No, because all of that is irrelevant.
Right.
But somehow, someone always tries to throw in a subscriber count, first thinking it will hurt my feelings. It doesn't.
Yeah. That's what it's designed to do, though. Yeah.
Right. It strengthens my resolve to be accurate, thought-provoking, and scientifically honest. It also shows the weakness in the other person's argument. similar to name calling.
Yes.
Just because you're popular doesn't make you right.
Yeah.
Second, they assume that I am just a channel. I am much more, right? I do not base my research solely on for YouTube, nor any other media.
Right.
My pipelines are just that, and it's not just YouTube, which is why the whole hurt comment is pedantic, right? I have never asked to be on TV. They came to me. I have never asked to speak at a conference or festival. Again, they came to me. The only things I did was establish a well-versed, popular, and resourceful website for the last 20 years.
Right.
Establish a podcast for the last 20 years.
Right.
And write books based on my research and investigative expertise. I don't lose sleep at night over subs, likes, nor even pats on the back. Only that I'm being honest with myself first, and then that I properly pass it to my audience.
Yeah.
And that is really, and Chris can attest to that. I sometimes have this thing which is kind of on the fence, and I go, Chris, I don't know how to really, gauge this. I don't want to give people misinformation. A lot of times we will hold the story, or we will hold research back, or our investigative process back to get clarification on some things.
Yep. Yeah, it's the Squatch-D TV and Squatchdetective.com is a different outlook than a story channel. And what Isdal doing is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I have no issue with it whatsoever. I don't really watch the email sighting thing.
Right. But my next conversation I have with him, and he responds back, which is a very nice response, very good response. And again, uses kind of a term that may not be familiar to much. I wanted to see what he meant by the term. It turns out I think the Rev is here, Rev and Quantum Bigfoot. He may be hiding in there, but it's basically an English term that's used that means kind of uses, or you're just using their stories basically. So, and we'll talk about that in a second. Here he goes. So he writes back. He goes, it's great that you do your own thing, but I wonder why you feel the need to slag off, and that means use other people who are just getting their stories out there. Right? So this was my actual response to him. It was very long and lengthy, and I'll explain. He did respond to that before I could actually get that onto air tonight. Yeah. But said, first, thank you for your reply. This is what I wrote. See, folks, people can still disagree and have a conversation respectably.
Sure.
I realized that slag off wasn't a derogatory necessarily term. I understand that. Mm-hmm. And that's why I checked it, because I don't hear that term too often. So
it's not used in the United States very much.
If their stories don't pass the sniff test, or people that continue to peddle stories that continuously sound non-kosher or suspect, as is anything I report or do, as a researcher and investigator of the mystery, it's our responsibility to analyze, investigate, and evaluate such claims. This is not an entertainment channel. This is an investigative research and analysis channel, which we try to do in an entertaining way. Emphasis on try. And there's a little bit of subjective humor in there.
Yeah.
If the story gets put out in the public domain, regardless if it's a research channel or entertainment channel, then it's fair game for everyone. Not just me, not to mention, very often I get asked via chat, email, or PMs to comment on, analyze, have you heard, seen, read this? We've been doing this type of analysis since 2006, even before YouTube, Facebook, or any of the social media platforms today. When we first started the website, Facebook was just crawling. It was MySpace that was the big one.
Yeah.
And I have some prominence to do this as a long time, over 30 years, professional real-world investigator, video analyst, and forensic interviewer. But some of those storytelling channels, like great new old video folks, do more harm than good to the community. As a researcher investigator, it's part of our mission to evaluate the testimony and witness encounters. You call them stories. They're not. It's witness encounters. Some anecdotal, and some actual testimony. For example, the Steve you spoke about circulated a story several years ago into his belief in the Patterson-Gimlin massacre theory, which on evidentiary grounds is bullocks, and causes great harm to what may be considered an otherwise credible piece of evidence. Then he alluded that longtime Bigfoot researcher Bobby Short may have been assassinated over her belief that the massacre allegations may hold some credit. She wasn't. She was elderly and passed away of natural causes.
Right.
So I asked the person you brought up, is he slagging off on a story as well? Well, he has his opinion. I may not agree with it or even like it, but he has a right to say it, just like we have a right to comment on it. But Steve at least does his own thing, which deserves some credit. There is no personal animosity here. I will give him credit for that. He's not one of those channels that recycles other people's videos with no real world analysis and minimal commentary, usually in an AI voice. Right? Side note, I only have personal animosity with 5 folks. A self-proclaimed expert from Menlo Park, a researcher from the Rockies who takes clickbait to a whole new level, and some podcaster with the name of Puke or something like that. A friend of the guy from the Rockies. The last 2 tried to take this channel down illegally for some fair use criticism, but mainly for the criticism, I believe. Finally, the last 2 were YouTube nutters. One from the UK that has been dispatched violating YouTube's terms of service. And the last nut job from the Southwest that likes to troll and make profane terroristic threats on social media. That's it. I explained very, very well the reasons why I have animosity towards them. And that's because they took the game to a personal level, or in the last 2 cases, needed some strong psych meds.
Yeah.
Right? Back on topic. So if you watch any form of nonfiction media anywhere on YouTube, network television, news and streaming services, it's all mainly commentary, analysis, insight, and occasional parody of people's stories, accounts, testimonies. Same thing here. But we are in the unique position of doing our own original investigations and research, as well as we have for the last 20 years of doing this. That tends to confuse some as to what we do, because we do everything. My answer is everything we possibly can to move the ball down the road to solve this mystery. What the aforementioned did in that particular scenario is not that. It does more harm than good. And that was my response. And he responded that, I really love the Bigfoot topic, and sometimes Bigfoot's religion, you're either right or you're wrong. And he says, and then he said something positive. I forget exactly why. And I told him, well, you know what? You're always welcome here.
Yeah.
Feel free to join us live and chat. Feel free to join us. It's all good. I've got no animosity towards him at all, or even anger. I think it was a good conversation. I feel that sometimes I engage excessively because of who I am. I want to be understand for the facts, right? Somebody criticizes me fairly or in a way that's not offensive, not personal, not a hater. I will engage them and talk to them. That's my job.
But sometimes you just got a troll looking to to control.
Right, yeah. And sometimes you get a troll and you find those out fast because they get really but somehow his vibe to me his vibe to me doesn't do it. And people try to pull the jealousy card. And again, I pull out all the same reasons, the same thing with the YouTube subscribers and stuff like that. Think about, I'm very proud of what I have accomplished in my time.
Right.
I don't lose sleep. I'm not jealous of anybody. And it's only getting better, Chris. It's only moving forward.
Yeah.
Now I'm a regular on a television program.
Right.
I've come out with another new book this year, and I came out with, 3 last year? I have 6 or 7 speaking engagements this year.
Yeah.
Compared to last year's 4. Right? Last year was kind of a quieter year for me. But So I don't lose sleep. These people can, oh, you're jealous. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. I can.
No. Jen brought up, I'm going to put this up again.
Hold on. We got Smoky River here. Let's put Smoky River's comment up there.
Okay. Steve, if you're a researcher, let's hear about it instead of you always defending yourself on all your lives. Stop complaining and get the research out. You just sit there complaining in every live.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this, bitch. I'm going to say this, bitch.
Oh,
You're the one complaining.
No,
right?
no.
Why don't you watch some of the episodes we've done instead of coming in here and trying to drop shade on me? Because what I'm saying here tonight is positive, not negative, right? And I'm not complaining. And what, defending myself? Well, if assholes like you are not out here, nope, I'm done with it. If people like you that come in here to try to troll me, you know what that means, buddy?
Oh no, Steve. Come on, man.
Enjoy the band.
Man, you got to stop looking at the chat, man. You're letting him push your buttons.
Oh, no, he didn't push my buttons at all. I'm laughing
Come
at him,
on.
actually.
Yeah, but you banned him. Come on, man. I wanted to put up Jen's comment because I really like this. Jen said, you should have added, I might have less subscribers, but mine are the best subscribers. And that is true. We do not look at quantity. We look at quality.
Well, again, I turned around and I said, one of the first things I said to him in that previous comment was, I have subscribers that want the detail and research. So I think I was trying to say the same thing.
Well, there are going to be channels out there that are Bigfoot story channels, and that's fine because there's ghost story channels out there too. And if you want to hear a campfire story, that's great. But we're not, I can say this because I've known Steve for a long time now. He's not really interested in the campfire stories. We're interested in the sighting, a real sighting, and maybe investigating that. That's interesting to us, but there's nothing wrong with those story channels. But the only thing I don't like is if you get the story channel and they try to move over into, this is reality. Well, wait a minute. Now that's starting to be dishonest there,
And the reason, why he got banned, it was not because he was criticizing me, because he was criticizing the podcast. That's the reason why I bounced him out of here.
Well, come on, man.
You're
too quick on the ban hammer, Steve.
No, I'm not.
On, man.
I'm not. How am I quick on the ban hammer? He was making nasty comments. He was not going to change his views, right? He wasn't going to back down from that. He wasn't going to back down from that.
Yes, but you can't beat him on the head and make him change his views.
Right. That's why I ushered him out.
Oh,
I said what I had to say and ushered him out.
Grant says, I watch Steve because I love research, facts, honesty, and integrity. His humor is just a bonus.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know, bad mom, yeah. Steve gets a little angry sometimes.
Well, hold on. Freedom of speech is fine if you're in a public forum.
Yeah, that's true.
But you're in my house. So if you're going to sit there and disrespect me in my house,
right,
you go. And that's exactly what that guy was doing.
Trolling. He was trolling.
Yes. He said nothing constructive. No. Why don't you talk about your research? Hey, dipshit, if that dipshit paid attention to our shows, we talk about this stuff all the time.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I should have used him. Right? We talk about stuff. We talk about research all the time. Now, what about your research? Well, dude, my research area has been closed for the last 4 months. Right? It snowed in November, and once that snow hits, the gates close, and you are verboten. right? So,
Yeah.
And guess what? I brought people a new Bigfoot encounter, a couple of new Bigfoot encounters that had occurred in my area.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not a big believer in looking for tracks in the snow either, because I don't think they go out and tromp around in the snow.
Well,
I don't think they do.
Even if they do, you know, you got to really look deep to find them. And like I said, in my research area, they're all over in Vermont right now.
Right.
You know, we have that shift from there to there, back and forth. So,
yep, those cedar thickets and pine thickets make a nice windbreak. Plus, they provide some good coverage.
yeah. So I
all
mean,
year long.
if Smoky River wants to bitch and complain, let him watch somewhere else. Don't care. Go watch Steve Isdall. Go watch that crap show from the Rocky Mountains. You know.
Well, now that's one of the channels I don't agree with. They take fantasy and try to turn it into reality for clicks. And I don't like that. That's not good. That's really setting Bigfoot research back rather than moving the ball down the field. But again, story channels and stuff, that's fine. You know, I've listened to UFO story channels. I've listened to ghost story channels.
Now, had Red River said, Steve, I really think that you complain too much. That, Steve, I think you should focus more on your research instead of complaining so much.
Right.
Right? But that's not what he said.
Yeah.
Right? There's a proper way of saying things and there's an improper way of saying things. And if he had said that, he wouldn't have gotten banned. I would have had a discussion.
Well, some things that we find too are really good research, like that photo in Missouri. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
And we
had the guy who shot, who had gotten that piece of evidence on for 2 hours.
Yep.
Taking everybody's questions.
Sure.
And that was how they, you're always defending yourself. And blah, blah. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the idiot friends from somebody on the West Coast, because very rarely do I bring up certain areas by name. And as far as I know, Smoky River could be one of the nutters too. So, you know, who knows? That's why I'm saying I'm not really worried about banning somebody coming in here trying to disrupt the show.
But that was that photo from Missouri was awesome,
right.
Interesting.
Because what you don't understand is I am a podcast watcher now. I do not watch TV very much, and you get a troll like that in any of these other podcasts, they get shown the door. We just make a grand entry of it. So be it. But now you got me defending why I ban people.
No.
But
trolls see the door pretty quickly, yeah. But not that quick. Come on, man.
What do you mean? What was I going to do? Let him make another stupid comment?
Yeah. See where it's going. That's just the difference between us. That's all. I'm comfortable with letting someone state their case. And if their case is determined to be nothing but troll after troll after troll, then...
Well, I think he stated his case pretty well there. I'm always defending myself. I'm always complaining. I never base any of the shows on research. Well, if we didn't base their show on research, you know... guess what? Every once in a while, we do the Mailbag show where we have a little fun with these folks. Guess what? Every other podcast does that too every once in a while.
Yeah.
Right? We do that maybe twice a year.
Yeah, but I think he's probably looking for...
Yeah, but you know, Batman, I don't have to defend myself if I have nothing to defend. Well, that's true. If you don't have to defend yourself, okay, I got it.
Here's the thing. I think he was looking for... He wants to know what research you've got going on in your area for every show, and it just doesn't work out that way. Some of the stuff we're doing, we don't talk about on the show. And, well,
we can't talk
a lot of it, right.
We haven't filtered it out. And...
But make no mistake, there's something going on in the background that's pretty significant.
Well, and that's Lori Gibbs makes a great point too. This chat is opinion, ours and theirs, and they pay for the time, and we get to interact. And it's true. And you know what though, the fans have been really generous here.
Yes,
between super chats and super stickers and memberships and all that stuff. And we appreciate every single one that does that. But it still has a cost. We pay to do this. And that offsets the cost. Now, do I actually make a profit from it? I'm still not making a profit. But we're getting there.
Oh, that would be nice, kick back and get a paycheck every month and do this full time, but no. No. And
Grant makes a great point. Freedom of speech is limited as the courts have ruled. This channel is not controlled by the government. It's not a public area. This is something we invite people to come in.
Yeah.
And for the most part, hey, if Grant had an issue, if any one of the regulars has an issue and starts, I have no issues with you guys saying, hey, I think you're a bit wrong. If you think I'm wrong for banning that guy that quick, all right, yeah, I was like, here I am talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
He got you mad. But see, that's the thing. That's the difference.
No, he didn't get me mad, but I was just proving how we can have a great conversation. We can have a great conversation, and then we get this guy coming in trying to troll.
Right.
I'm like, you know what? And it wasn't I was mad. I was like, this guy's an a-hole.
Yes. Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
right.
So I told him, I'm a New Yorker. People forget that. I'm a New Yorker. If you're going to come in here and talk smack, you're going to be showing the flipping door real quick. I'm an old school friggin' New Yorker who had parents that grew up in the Great Depression, served in America's greatest generation, and I'm half Italian too. New York City Italian. So guess what? You're going to come in here and disrespect me in my house, you're going to be showing the door, with the revolving door real quick. But if you want to talk to me in a respectful manner, I'll listen to you.
Well, yes, I understand that. That was very rude, but I enjoy farming trolls though. I enjoy that.
I don't because I still have more show to go.
I understand. Yeah.
Right. And I could have farmed him.
I know.
But
I know.
Hey,
I like playing with him.
But the point is if he's a troll, you're not going to change his opinion, number one.
No.
Right? So you see here, and this is exactly my point. You see a negative comment and you talk it out.
Yeah.
But when you see a trollistic comment, right?
Right.
You show him the door really fast. Be done with it. Not waste your time with it. I'm actually glad he made that because it proves my point of how I deal with people that make comments on the channel. Right?
But a lot of times a troll are just looking for an emotional reaction. You can't let them win. You can't give it to them. That's the main thing. You can't give it to them.
Right.
But he's over. It's done.
Who's giving him the satisfaction? Is it going to change anything? No, we're still going to operate the same way as we've operated the last 5 years on YouTube.
I remember.
I'm sorry. How many years on YouTube, Steve? We're going on our 7th year.
I don't know. It's several years.
Seven.
Yeah. But some of the guys that post over on the International Skeptics, they consider it a badge of honor to get banned by the Bigfoot forums.
So let them have their nice badge. Let them have their nice badge. You know what my badge is? I've just flushed another person who has really nothing to do with Bigfoot research.
That's probably the guy who sent you the email.
I
probably got sent you the message.
Not this guy, but probably the other guy. But or it could be one of the nutters I mentioned that listen to the show because they got nothing better to do. It's all good. It's all good. This is why we do shows like this every once in a while. They're kind of fun.
Steve, you have a short fuse, my friend.
I was not mad.
Okay.
I seriously was not mad.
Okay. Well, doesn't matter.
Because at first I was going to respond to it, right?
Yeah.
And then I looked at it some more and I said, you know what, man, have a nice day. Gone. right? Because I'm not going to sit there and try to say,
I understand.
"Oh, what do you mean?" No, you haven't watched this
Yeah.
channel. He hasn't watched this channel, right? Right? If he's talking about research, he hasn't watched this channel. He hasn't heard about Project Forest Stalker. He hasn't heard about the sightings report. He didn't hear about Poplar Bluff. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, there
why entertain him? He's not a regular in the chat, is he?
No.
Goodbye. See you later, buddy.
Well,
You're in here to
Right.
troll.
A lot of guys will go around when they see a live stream and just go from live stream to live stream trolling because they enjoy it. And don't get me wrong, I do a little trolling too, okay, from time to time. But it's usually I'm trolling the trolls. I enjoy doing that. But not on YouTube. I really enjoy trolling over on the International Skeptics.
We got a few new people in. We got Ryan. Hello, Ryan. We got
hey Ryan. Hey Bad Mom.
And we got Lori.
Lori Gibbs. Hey Lori.
No, not Loriana. I believe her name is Loriana. Yep, Loriana. Oh, Lorianne. Lorianne Dilba, 2653. Welcome.
Oh, welcome. Yeah, you slipped in on me. I didn't see. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome.
Yep. So yeah, I was not mad. That's why I actually held myself. If you noticed, I was like, and I stopped. I go, you know what?
Well, there are some people in the community that do this too, though. They'll go to your show and troll you under a sock puppet.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
He is in alliance with one of the bad guys.
I'm sure.
Right, no doubt. Good night, Batman.
Part of a drinking game, probably.
Yeah. He actually got the marker of me actually calling somebody a name, but he said nothing to argue about the topic of Bigfoot. All he came in is, oh, you do this and you do that and you do this. You know what, bud? Then you don't need to be here. See ya. Bye-bye. And Lori Gibbs said it right. Don't let the door hit you in the hindquarters on the way out. and you know what? The funny thing is, what's a show without a cuss word out of me? That was something we used to do in the band. Every song used to have a cuss word in it somewhere.
Yes.
That was a band rule. It wasn't mine, but it was.
So every now and then, yes, we go from rated G to PG-13.
Or NC-17.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I haven't been in the movies in so long, I have no idea what the rating system is today.
Yeah.
Rated G, good for nothing. Here's another one too, and here we are. Here's another one, and thank you again. Out and about, Espia said, "At Squad, I've been around a couple of researchers that will not answer questions. The kind of questions I asked most definitely pissed them off. Then they want to call you a shit stirrer or the equivalent there too. I'm pretty sure that you have gone down the road asking questions. Not very rewarding, but at least you get the word out about it. And thank you." That's right. And I know exactly he's talking to the ones that we've criticized before, and he's just a shit stirrer. No, I'm not. I'm a truth teller. I find these things. They're. Huh?
You want to know how to ask questions? Steve's latest book, Forensic Witness Interviewing.
Have you got through any more of that?
No, I've been, since there's been some things happening around the world, I've been focusing on those. But yes, I will get through this. Hopefully those things happening around the world won't last too long.
You've been watching You've Sunk My Battleship.
I have been watching it, yes. I have been 24/7, the latest CENTCOM reports. I've got to see those new videos.
Well, being a vet, that especially ties you to this event a lot more than most
It does.
people.
It does. Yeah.
And when were you a vet? from what years?
84 to 92.
And of course, we all know what happened. We all know what happened in '83, and that was the Beirut when Hezbollah bombed.
Right.
Oh.
But hopefully everything will calm down before long. I'm not certain of the time frame. I think they haven't really set a time frame, although the bad guys would like for them to set a time frame. That way they can have a goal to shoot for. But I don't think they will. They're going to say, well, we're going to be there as long as it takes to get what we want accomplished done. And the bad guys cannot, if we can just wait 5 weeks, we can still hang on to power. No, it's not going to be that way.
And, let's face it. Never mind.
Yeah, we could go on total, we could do a war show, I guess, but that's not Bigfoot related. Don't need to thank me, Lori. I was appreciative to be there. And thank you.
You missed. I put mics up there real quick.
Yeah. I'm particularly interested in the Air Force campaigns that are happening right now. That's very interesting to me. I'm seeing a lot of new stuff that they didn't have when I was in. And
yes. Helix Con, you should be getting commercials during the live stream. I put them at kind of the halfway mark because that's how we make our money on some of these live streams.
Yeah, I think they're skippable though, so you can skip them.
After about 10, 15
whatever
seconds,
it is,
just hit skipping. But if you watch them all, we get paid more.
Got to pay the bills. Come on, guys, we got to pay the bills. Yeah.
Every 8 minutes now. That's interesting.
Wow.
That doesn't sound very balanced to me.
No, it doesn't.
All right, well, we can scale those back a little bit. But then again, this is, that's part of bringing this show up. To pay for itself. Sometimes.
That's what pays the bills, guys. That's just, to be honest, that's it. That's what pays the bills.
Part of it.
Yeah.
That and the membership and you guys' kindness with the super chats and gifting memberships and all that fun stuff too.
Hey, Jason, good to see you, man. Welcome. You came in right at the end of the show here, but
Chris, as he praised that he isn't named Supreme later. Of course, I was. I was passing around a picture earlier.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That was terribly funny. I actually caught it from one of the parody sites that had put up a skeleton with a beard, dressed very much that looked like you know who, and it says to be more.
You may put it up on the camera. I've got it on my phone here. Can we put it up?
Yeah.
If you guys can see that or not.
Hang on, I'm gonna.
I'm sorry.
To save time.
Oh, that's terrible.
What the heck?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you back to normal here, and there we are.
Please hurry up. We don't want to. We don't offend the people. I have a face for radio, so. But I thought that was pretty funny. To save time, they appoint the Supreme Readers already did.
Ryan says he's new to Squatching.
But
and I'm having an asthma attack. No. Ryan says he's new to Squatching, just moved in the Appalachians. I'm worried. What are you worried about?
Yeah.
And again, Jen asked the same thing. Ryan, what are you worried about? Go ahead, ask the question, put it in chat. What exactly worries you about?
Yeah, what are you worried about? Now, there are bears along that area, so that's one concern, and that's very rightful to be concerned about bears. I'm concerned about bears. Not so much in this area of Kentucky because they're not very common here now. They've kind of got...
He goes, I don't know, man. Are they dangerous? Haha. No, not really. Most of the time, they... like any animal, they have the potential. If you corner them, don't corner them.
Yeah.
And Curious Cryptid says, right, we're worried more about the people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's the thing to be more concerned with.
The Appalachian Trail has a fair amount of people that do not want to be found. It's almost like the bayous of Louisiana, same way, right?
Yeah.
You have islands where nobody patrols, and there's areas that nobody patrols. So it's basically a no man's land. There's no law unless, well, there's law, but there's no enforcement of that law unless something happens. So there may be some areas of the Appalachian that is, protected by law enforcement or rangers or the like, but there are a lot of areas that there's one ranger for a couple hundred miles. So, the police departments don't patrol the
I think the creatures are mostly reported to be non-violent, and that's a good thing, because had they if they chose to be violent, almost certainly they could probably rip us in half if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that they've chosen to be non-violent.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily try to intimidate them, but definitely, you see one, respect it, just like you would any other animal of the forest.
Yeah, that's a thing.
And again, thanks for being here, Ryan. Please, if you haven't subscribed, sub. We have a fun channel here most of the time, and
don't be trolling.
Chris hates when I tell you the truth. Chris hates when I ban people.
Well, man, I'm kind of soft-hearted for people, and I like to let them get. I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, now I've banned trolls on my channel, but it's usually when they just jump right in and it's talking about, okay, well, you're some stupid hillbilly. Well, yes, I am. I'm a stupid hillbilly. Well, actually, I take that back. I'm an educated hillbilly, but I still am kind of stupid acting. I agree. But, unless it's something, if it's something that's not productive, and I'm all about criticism. I can take criticism all day long.
Right. Like the last guy was not being constructive.
Yeah, there's certain things that are just trolls, and believe me, I know what being a troll is. I enjoy farming those guys. It's fun.
Well, I do not enjoy. I can't waste my time with farming.
I understand that. Yes,
spent many years doing that. And maybe it's just I've been doing this so long that when somebody comes in and tries to tell me what my flaws are,
yes,
when they're hiding behind a screen name, how much weight? I mean, like I know probably like 40 to 50% of these people in chat by name.
Right.
And a few I've met personally, Grant, Finding the Trackway, Susie Monster, Jen, and I hope to meet all of you at one point in time somewhere down the road. And if I was doing something really wrong, I would hope that say, Steve, they can PM me, but you see, here's the thing.
That's funny, Steve.
But in fact, if that person, number one, was a dedicated subscriber to the channel, they know how to get in touch with me.
Yeah.
Right? And if they think something's wrong, they say, hey, I mean, I'm not going to get mad at them. I'm not going to get mad at you. If you had said, hey, Steve, I think you're trying to defend yourself too much, or you're complaining too much, or if they said it in that manner. Instead, no, what about your research? All you do is complain, and all you do is defend yourself. And all. It's because I take pride in what I do.
Corncob say that it sounds like a good area.
Mm-hmm.
25 acres on a creek, 100 miles north of Mobile. Yeah. Can only get there by Jeep. That is important, I think, yes. Because
Doug Gear. I joined late, saw Snapple at the store today, and it made me laugh.
Doug, good to see you, Doug.
He said the magic word.
Joan, get me a Snapple.
There you go.
There he is. Yes.
But yeah, I would not worry about it that much. Just because somebody has a great screen name and a little icon does not make them the boss.
Those areas, in West Virginia and
Alabama.
Nice.
Chris and Steve, the modern day Pebbles and Band. Thank you.
But I think if you've got a place where you have to use a Jeep to get to it, that's really good, because it's, in my opinion, which, take this with a grain of salt, you're not going to be interested. You're not going to find anything interesting until you're at least 2 miles away from the nearest highway. That's when you can start to find things that are interesting. And I know people report road crossings and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. But I think you got to be at least a couple of miles away from the main highway before you start seeing any sort of signs of activity. Oh.
So, okay, well, I think we've answered. Phenomena.
Oh man, that gave me an earworm when I was a kid. I remember watching that on Captain Kangaroo. Yes.
Oh, you better not do that too loud, otherwise we'll get the copyright thing about.
Finding the trackway said, I highly disagree. Okay. All right. Well, you had better luck near the roadways. That's fine.
Oh, by the way, Chris, so we usually do a promotion here and there, and I tried doing a promotion on one of our shows that we did recently. I think the one about the Bigfoot stories, and for some reason, they said we violated some presidential ad rule. Like what?
Presidential ad.
I tell you what, Google Ads needs to straighten out their friggin' AI algorithm, because it is definitely FUBAR.
What was it? Anti somebody or
no
political? I mean, we don't do politics. I mean, come on. I don't understand. Yeah, well. That's more
what
of the.
What can you do? Anyway.
That's more of the. Never mind. I won't discuss that.
Yeah.
The policy where the videos are not being shared as well as they should be, and which, yes, that's a good reminder. Thanks for everybody watching tonight and everybody in the chat. We appreciate you. You guys trolling, you shouldn't do that. But thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate having you, each and every one of you. And it's such an honor that you would choose to hang out with us. We really appreciate it. And this channel is possible because of you folks. And Steve and I both know this. This is only possible because of you. And we appreciate each and every one of you so much. If it's your first time watching and you hadn't subscribed to the channel yet, please do that. It helps us. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it really helps us out. Smash the thumbs up button if you hadn't already, and be good to each other. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. See you next time.
And I'm going to echo what Chris said. We love you guys, our audience, and welcome to all our new folks out there watching. We appreciate you guys, and we appreciate the new folks too. And as you become part of our community, you'll see we're a great crew to have fun. Just don't poke the bear. I actually have a sign, Chris, at my door. It says, don't poke the bear. Well, I can be the most level-headed person at times, and there's times you say something and you'll get shown the door quicker than...
Be nice.
You'll get shown the door quicker than Jack Ruby at a perp lineup. Anyway, come on, too soon?
Oh, we gotta go.
Too soon? Too soon?
Okay.
All right, folks. We'll see you all Friday night. Love you guys. Be safe. Stay healthy. God bless, and of course, keep on squatching. We'll see you all here Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Squatch-D TV.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member, and it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.